We got 57 orders going out for eBay and 19 on Poshmark. So let's get to pulling these orders, guys. What's going on, everybody? My name's Marcus. Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a what sold video where I show you guys what sold over this weekend. Actually, today's Sunday. I'm getting ready to pack orders so that way Monday morning I can just get up and drive to the bins. So there's a couple of things I want to show you guys with this total here. 57 orders, guys, for a total of $1,500, which is pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you the performance tab of the sales chart and give you guys an average sales price for just this weekend. So we're going to go in here and go to the custom. So what we have here is the sales data from Friday until now on Sunday. We got 58 items sold for a total of $1,500 with an average sales price of $26.36, which is up 3.3%, right? So with me selling items for more money, accepting higher offers and ignoring 50% off offers, I've been able to raise this average sales price from $18 to $26. Now let me show you the Poshmark numbers. So for a little bit of context, this is Poshmark's numbers, right? I signed up for Poshmark on the 1st. I didn't list my first item till the 15th. So in 15 days, I sold $925 worth of inventory on Poshmark, right? Now so far today, I've sold $137 on Poshmark. So for my first 16 days, I've sold over $1,000 on Poshmark. Now, while that might not seem like much compared to eBay, I think that's pretty great compared to someone that's only been selling on a platform for 16 days. So we are at a total of $1,062 for 55 items sold on Poshmark. So in my opinion, it seems like I'm doing well over on Poshmark. And a little bit more context, I only have 2,000 items listed on Poshmark right now. So let's just go to my closet real quick so I can show you guys. So I have 2,003 active listings right now. So I really think that so far being on Poshmark is going extremely well. Really thankful to have the second platform performing well for me. Yesterday I did $237 on Poshmark, which is pretty good. I only did $550 on eBay yesterday, so it's performing about half as well as eBay is right now, with not even a fourth of the active listings. So I can only imagine how good it's going to perform when I get all 9,000 listings transferred over. So let's jump into some of these sales, show you guys what's going out so far. Okay, so for time's sake, since there's so many items, I'm just going to kind of fly through the bulk of them and just show you guys what's going on, what's going out the door, without a bunch of without a bunch of stuff, without a bunch of filler, without a bunch of fluff. That way you guys can see all the items. So this is a Virginia Beach t-shirt, men's medium, sold for $6, just on a Comfort Colors tag. I took a best offer because why not? It was only listed for like $10. Next item is a Thread and Supply women's flannel shirt. This is a women's small, sold for $14. Next item is vintage Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a men's large. It is made in the USA. Sold for $15. Next item is a vintage Planet Hollywood sweatshirt. This is also made in the USA. Sold for a best offer of $19. Then we have this vintage Pro Club t-shirt, sold for $4.80. This is stained, has yellowing all over it, so why hang on to it? All right, guys, here we have an Ariat shacket, just like a shirt jacket. This is a women's 2XL pink, sold for a best offer of $31.05. Next up is a Nike shirt, men's extra large, just a black polo. 3rd Recruiting Brigade Marauders. So it's got like some type of army insignia on it. Accepted a best offer of $10 on that one. Peter Millar shirt with another type of embroidery on it. I don't know what that says. BW Forestry Partners sold for, and that's a men's medium, sold for a best offer of $12. Peter Millar Summer Comfort. Summer Comfort goes well. Obviously, if it's sold with the company embroidery on it, it sells better without it, as well as the Nike shirt. These are Nike sweatpants, men or women's extra small, sold for $15. This is a vintage Nike, nope, not vintage, just a Nike sweatshirt, men's large, sold for $28. And then we have a Woolrich flannel shirt, sold for $16. And this person actually bought a second item on here, so when I get to it, maybe it's the, okay, so I don't see the second item yet, but when I get to it, I'll point it out to you guys. So I noticed that so far 9 of you guys have signed up to Vendu, and I'm really happy and proud of you guys that you're taking your destiny into your own hands when it comes to this reselling thing, right? Because times are weird right now on eBay, and reselling in general is a great way to make money, right? But if your main platform isn't performing the way that you guys want it to, why not pivot, right? So, and that's what I did. I can't be stuck to conform to the thought patterns of someone else that I can't cross post or I can't cross list and really minimize the amount of money I can make, when in the end, just being more open-minded to different things and different strategies and different tips and tricks to get your business to the point where you need it to be has been monumental in me seeing the growth that I'm looking for this month currently, or for this past month rather, now since it's the first of the month. Extra $1,000 in just 2 weeks, guys, just by cross-listing to Poshmark. So big shout out to all of you guys that are open-minded as well and looking to expand your catalog, if you will, of places that you're selling at. And why limit it to this? You know, once Mercari has the delist function on Vendu as well, I'll cross-list all my items that are left that haven't sold on to Mercari as well, because I'm trying to make as much money as I can in this reselling business. And if all these items are already listed on eBay, and I know how to put a good listing up, if these listings are not selling on eBay, then they're selling on Poshmark immediately after getting listed. What's going to happen on Mercari? So I'm not going to limit myself to the amount of money I can make just by trying to be romantic to one platform. Although I love eBay, I totally do. I think it's one of the greatest things that one can do is start reselling. But like Commonwealth Flipper said, I'm not going to be romantic to one platform, right? If eBay isn't cutting it, I'm going to add something else. I don't care where the item sells, I just want it to sell, right? And that's my biggest thing. So big shout out to you guys that signed up with Vendu. Hopefully you guys are going to see some success. Hopefully you guys see some success like I do. And for those of you that are on the fence about it, there is a link down below in the description. You guys can try it out and see if you like it. And if you don't like it, don't renew your subscription. Give it a month though. I promise you, give it a month. You've seen what it did for me in 2 weeks. Give it a month, try it out. If you like it, continue using it. If you don't like it, don't use it for another month. But promise you, you guys are gonna like it and you're not gonna want to leave. All right guys, we have a women's Nike tank top. This is a women's small, sold for $6. And we got some women's Gap pants, corduroy pants. These sold for, there's a women's 30, sold for $13.60. We got these polo sweatpants, just some gray joggers. These sold for $20. That's a men's large. And Taylor Loft sweater, new with tags, got it from the bins obviously, sold for $12.80. Then we got some vintage Abercrombie & Fitch women's low-rise flare leg jeans, sold for $19. So in case you guys are new to reselling and you need a helping hand, or you need someone to help you figure this whole thing out, Bo Johnson and myself have started a Patreon, right, where we help you guys go further faster in your career. I've already outdone what I did last year as my first full-time year selling on eBay. This year's my second year, and I'm already surpassed what I did last year, and we still have a whole quarter to go. By the way, happy Q4, guys. Let's knock it out of the park this quarter. And so if you guys want an advantage over people that are just getting started, all you got to do is be 20% better than everyone else, right? And we can help you with that advantage. Joining the Patreon will give you guys 10 hours a week of coaching, 2 calls specifically going over clothing brands and what's selling right now inside of the clothing category. This is not a clothing specific Patreon, although the bulk of people in there are clothing resellers. But you get Discord of 60 plus members where we're accessible all day long, to where you guys can have community, answers to your questions, and just someone to help you through your struggles on a daily basis. So if that seems like something that you guys are into, there's a 7-day free trial, link down in the description below. You guys can come join, check it out, and see if it's the right fit for you. Hopefully we'll see you over there. All right, guys, we got us a Old Navy shirt, men's large, sold for $12. Simple button-up shirt. Got us here some American Eagle pants, men's 29.32. These sold for 20 bucks, just basic khaki pants. Got us a Talbot's women's top button-up shirt. This is a women's medium, petite, sold for 12 bucks. And we got us a Boeing like the plane company, sold for $10. This is a men's extra large shirt. Got us a pair of Gap jeans, men's 38.30, sold for 20 bucks. Got an Under Armour shirt, boys medium, sold for 12 bucks. Then we have us here a Sonoma, yes, Sonoma brand, military type jacket, women's, what size? A women's 2X plus size, sold for best offer of 12 bucks. Got us a Harley hoodie, 19865. 19865. This is Surdike. What's weird about it is it's Surdike in Festus, Missouri, but it's also got this Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the front of it, or on the back of it, I mean. So I just chose the one that was near me and labeled it as Surdike. It's a men's large, but it's sold to somebody in a different state. Let's see where it's sold. It's sold to somebody in New Jersey, so not Wisconsin or Missouri. That sold for, I think I already said, that sold for $20. Then we have a Loft and Taylor shirt, 19.999. That sold for $11. Old Navy shirt, men's large, 6'8". That thing super stained. Is like a rugby shirt, but it had all yellow stains on it that I didn't see until I got outside in the parking lot of the Goodwill bins. Here's the second item where I said the buyer made a multiple quantity purchase. Gap corduroy shirt, $21.94. Gap corduroy shirt, $21.94. Men's large, sold for $18.55. So that was a pretty good sell. Next item is $22.44. $22.44. This is a women's pink Washington University hoodie, sold for $25. Next item is $23.11. So you guys are seeing real-time pulling of these orders and how fast it is to pull orders in this inventory system. Now granted, these are all laid out flat, so it's a tiny bit quicker, but it's still super fast and you can feel a lot of inventory. These are men's 32, sold for 12 bucks. Next item is $24.03. But the concept is to be able to pull on the fly and to get your stuff done quickly. $24.03 is a buff horse. It's like some super jacked, swole buff horse. It's a gym in California, Inglewood. So for 16 bucks, that's a men's large. It's a bodybuilder tee. But the concept of this inventory system, guys, is to be able to store a lot of items and to be able to pull your items quickly instead of stacking and unstacking bins. So big shout out to everyone who's used the links down below to buy any products that I use or to buy anything from Amazon in general. You guys help the business out a lot, and I'm really thankful for any support I get from you guys, especially when you guys do stuff that you don't have to do to go out of your way to support me. You guys are the best. I really do appreciate all the love and support that I get from every single one of you guys. You guys are changing my life, and I'm so thankful for it. All right, guys, we got a Tommy Bahama sweater, men's large, sold for 15 bucks. We got some Bonobos jeans, men's 29.32, sold for 35 bucks. We got a pair of Bonobos jeans, men's 32.32, sold for 36 bucks. Got a pair of Bonobos pants, men's 32.34, sold for 36 bucks. We got one of my favorite items ever, a vintage military jacket. This sold for $25. That's a men's large. Then we got this vintage Gap sweatshirt, Gap Athletics on there, sold for $32. Got some American Eagle khaki shorts, men's size 34, sold for 10 bucks. Got a Alabama versus Georgia University sweat or t-shirt, sold for $15. We got some Levi's 559, men's 38.34, sold for 20 bucks. Got some Rock Revival shorts, men's 36, sold for our best offer of $40. Lucky Brand pants, these are men's 32.30, sold for 25 bucks. We got a vintage single stitch police shirt, just a basic black tee, sold for $25. Funny thing about the police shirt, that thing sold as soon as I listed it, so maybe I underpriced it. Who knows? Maybe there's some type of demand for vintage police shirts. I literally, not even 15 minutes after listing it, it sold, so super thankful for that. The Affliction shirt I showed you guys on Friday, that's probably one of the items that made it go up to 58 instead of 57. And we got kids Gap pants, 37.87. So let's get to pulling these older items. 37.87 would have definitely been on sale for 70% off. So 37.87. Really thankful that didn't sell on 70% off, because it sold for $10. All these items would have been on sale for 70% off due to the old markdown strategy. Now, since I have space to just hang on to whatever, it's not going to be necessarily a listed and forget it type of thing. But for now, while I don't need space, I'm just letting the old items sell off. This is a Roxy t-shirt. Not a great item to sell. Just got the California Bear on it. Sold for $13. That's a women's extra large. Vintage Massimo white button-up shirt, new old stock Y2K shirt, sold for $10. That is a women's plus size 20W, cut from the cloth jeans. These are a women's 8, sold for $20. Would have been on sale for 70% off. A vintage Timberland sweatshirt, sold for $20 today. Buyer was trying to get it for a better deal, but I just stood firm at 20 bucks. That is a men's large. Then we got this vintage Illinois Fighting Illini shirt, sold for $12. That's a men's extra large. And if you guys aren't selling like NCAA football stuff, you're probably going to be running out of time real soon. So I would go ahead and get started on picking it up right now, because it is the beginning of football season. Well, it's not even the beginning of football season anymore, but we're a couple weeks into the season now for pro football and college football. So make sure you guys are picking that stuff up so you can sell it while you can, because eventually teams are going to start doing bad and people are going to stop buying their stuff. I showed you guys this in Friday's video. Men's Express button up, sold for 10 bucks. White House Black Market jacket, sold for 20 bucks. And then we have this Chaps shirt sold for $8. We got a Lacoste polo shirt, 9391. All this stuff would have been 70% off. Lacoste polo sold for $17. Cub Scouts of America shirt, that's at my house. American Eagle women's jean shorts, size 10, also at my house. And then this Aerosmith shirt of the American Eagle shorts sold for $15. Then I'll pull this Aerosmith shirt for you guys, Aerosmith hat for you guys. Now this is an item, I'm gonna say I'm 98% sure this hat will get returned, because the buyer asked a good deal of questions, right? And in my experience, when someone asks a lot of questions, they're a hard buyer to please. I don't want to say anything negative about anybody, but I've come to find out that people that ask, this guy asked like 20 questions. Then he tried to lowball me on the hat. He ended up getting it for $7.50, which it was only listed at $9 to begin with. And I'm just really not confident that that guy's not going to return this hat. But at the end of the day, he still bought it and paid. So this is one of the few times that a buyer has asked me a bunch of questions and then still bought the item. Usually when someone asks me a question like, can you check this, can you check that, they never buy the item. I'm gonna say 100 times, I've only had 2 people buy the item. So not been a great ratio for me. However, this was a hat. It didn't require me opening a package or me coming to my storage unit to be able to answer the questions that he asked. So I just answered them all. So there's another item sold. This is an Ascent t-shirt, 16197, sold for a best offer of $7. 16197. This thing did have pit stains though, so I did take a higher or a lower offer. 16197. They were sending pretty low offers at first. The item was listed for $10. They sent me a $4 offer. So I counted with 8, they counted with 6, I counted with 7, and they accepted. So I have been, since I've been focusing on higher ASP, I have been seeing a lot more success with counter offers. Go figure. So I find that listing higher ticket items pulls out a different type of buyer, right? Listing low dollar items pulls out a totally different class of buyer. Not to say anything bad about any specific social class, but when I list items that are low dollar, I get 50% off offers all day long. When I list higher average sales price, say $50 items, I'm getting a buyer that will offer me a much more reasonable offer, like 20% off or 15% off, sometimes just $5 off of the total price. So I've been having a lot more success with counter offers on higher dollar items as well. So really thankful for that, because that's a change that I was not expecting. I was expecting to continue getting 50% off low ball offers on high dollar items. So very thankful for that. Now it's time to pull these Poshmark orders. So this is still happening. Sold these Gap jeans, Japanese selvage jeans. And I don't know if you guys saw the video, but I sold these last week on eBay. And they got relisted somehow. So now I've sold these jeans to a buyer and I don't have them. So I messaged the buyer and told them, hey, look, eBay relisted these jeans somehow. I don't have them. They sold on eBay last week. But I told them that I do have a blue pair, same size, just blue. So I'm waiting for their response back to see what they want to do. I just wish that eBay would figure out what's going on in their algorithm to where items are getting relisted. It was happening all the time. It's not happening as often as it used to, which I'm very thankful for that. But still, this type of stuff needs to, if it's going to happen, it needs to not go against us as sellers when we cancel orders, or else I think that, you know, it's just an unfair playing field for us to be able to have an item that we did not list get relisted, and then we get penalized for something that we didn't even do. Makes no sense. I did sell another item though. This is like a School of Infantry hoodie, some Marine combat Navy type of stuff. I don't know what it is, guys. Army maybe. So for a best offer of 25 bucks, I had it listed for 30. So if you guys aren't picking up military stuff, I know a lot of you guys think that stuff doesn't sell, but I think you're missing out on easy money if you're not picking it up. Does not have the fastest of sell-through. I'm not necessarily in it for the sell-through at this point. I'm in it for the ASP. So if I got to sit on an item for a year in order to sell it for 35 bucks versus quick selling it for 20, then I'm probably going to. It just makes no sense for me to give away items nowadays. So now I'm going to jump into the Poshmark orders. So one of the things I'm really loving about Poshmark is the fact that some items sell for more money over there. Case in point, this Maurice's sweater was listed for 10 bucks on eBay. I listed it for 15 on Poshmark and it sold for $13. So listed it higher and it sold. It's been listed on eBay for a couple months and it sold immediately on Poshmark for 19. These are Boy Scouts of America boys shorts. Listed them for $20. They sold for a best offer of 15. We got 19,632. Grand Canyon sweatshirt sold for, the whole bundle sold for, hang on, that sold for $25. And then vintage Corona sweatshirt, like the beer, 17,187. 17,187. Just a vintage sweatshirt. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, sold for 20 bucks. And the whole bundle went for $38. So not bad. Really glad to get those items out of here. Men's Levi's jeans size 33, sold for $25. Got an Ann Taylor Loft shirt, brand new with tags, women's large, sold for 16 bucks. Old Navy Rockstar jeans, women's size 33, sold for $12. I labeled those Old Navy jeans as size 33 because there was no size tag in it, so I just used measurements. So the next item is another pair of women's Old Navy jeans. These are Old Navy workwear is what they're calling them. That's what the brand says. Old Navy workwear, high rise straight, women's size 14, 2769. 27, it's gonna be down here. Dang it, I walked right by it. 2769. These right here, they sold for, I think, $16. Knox Rose sweatshirt, women's medium, sold for 12 bucks. Polo Ralph Lauren t-shirt, men's extra large, sold for 11 bucks. Hurley Phantom board shorts, size 32, sold for 16 bucks. Got 2 pairs of Johnny O pants, new with tags, sold for $56 a piece. All right, Vineyard Vine shirt, men's medium, sold for 12 bucks. Brixton t-shirt sold for $15. That's a men's small. We got some polo pants. These are men's 34-30, sold for 20 bucks. Women's Big Star jeans, size 27, sold for 20 bucks. And the last item going on Poshmark are these Arctics women's snowboarding pants, size medium, sold for 16 bucks. So those are all the sales on Poshmark and on eBay. Really hope you guys had a great weekend of sales and you're seeing some success inside your business. That's going to do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.